What is going on, guys? My name is Dan and welcome to RouteOne Design. I started this channel just yesterday and I decided that I was going to put out a new video just to welcome you to the channel and give you an insight to what you can expect from me. If you've read my channel description, hopefully you have, you should know that I'm a freelance graphic designer and I want to share my ideas with you and to give you some sort of startup, if you like, so that you can start doing your own stuff. So to start off with, I did do a tweet this morning, actually about 10 minutes ago, and I'm going to show you how to make this image here. Now you see I struggled to find out how to record desktop with Fraps, but I had Aero desktop turned off, but that's completely unrelated. But I want to show you how to make this image here. This is a Twitter icon. Obviously you can make different ones. I will show you what I have on my YouTube. On my channel art I have my Facebook, Google, Instagram and Twitter as these globes. Now I think they're a really effective way to use your social icons, so I'm going to show you how to make them yourself. Start off with what you want to make a new canvas. I'm going to make mine 1920 by 1080 so that you get a good resolution and a good amount of size. Obviously if you want to use smaller you can, you will have to sort of adjust some stuff so that it looks good, better. So yeah, first of all just unlock this layer. You don't need it as of yet, but we just unlock it anyway, and then Control Shift N for a new layer, and we'll just name this outer. We're going to have two, actually we don't need to make a new layer as of yet. We need an ellipse tool, and if you hold Shift, we'll make the fill black for now. If you hold Shift while you're dragging, it will keep it as a circle, not like if you let go it goes oval. So fairly big. So if we go like that sort of size, and then just get rid of that, move it to the center if you like, it doesn't really matter. Let's see if we can get, there we go, there's the center. And then if you do Control J, that'll just duplicate it, and then we'll name these as outer and inner. So basically what you got is, that's going to be your the outer circle is going to be this ring, this like metallic sort of ring here, and then the inner one will be that blue, the blue inside the sort of globe. So we'll get started. We get the outer, no sorry, we get the inner, and we're just going to actually no, we'll do the other way around. Right, get the outer and double click on the sidebar here and just add a bevel emboss. We want it as inner bevel, smooth, that's all good, depth a good 100%, size where do we want that? No, we don't want, sorry, we want that as it were. Let's reset the default 5, and then we want this depth as high as it can go, and that's all good for the minute. So we just leave that as it is, and then we'll take the inner circle and just drag that down. Oh, what am I doing? Just drag that down holding Shift so that it, like that, so it's got a nice rim on it like that. And go back to this. Sorry about that, guys, my Fraps decided to mess up. I got a little bit choked up then. It started like doing some weird shit, but basically what you want to do on the bevel emboss is something that I've forgotten actually, is you need to increase, if we just untick the inner circle, go back to your bevel emboss and increase the size a bit so that it's a nice size, like sort of around there, so you got a sort of reference point. Then if you untick that again, and we'll just Control T and drag that down a bit, Shift click in so that they sort of meet there. Yeah, that'll do. And then with the inner one, we're going to try and get that whole globe sort of effect here. So we're going to put a gradient overlay on it, and if we just change the colours of it here, we want a blue, so pick a nice colour. Always start with a lighter colour first, and then at the other end you put a darker colour, or the other way around, it doesn't really matter, but it just makes it look a bit better. So that, okay, that just looks flat at the moment, so we're going to change that up again. I'm going to go a bit lighter on this, I think. Okay, and then we just want to change that to radial. Then you see you got a bit. Still, I'm not happy with that, so I'm going to change that up just a little bit. I'll make it, at least make this a lot darker. See, now you got that reflection in the middle, so that's all good for the minute. And then we're going to go back to our outer circle, and we're going to put a drop shadow on it. We're just going to increase the distance just a little bit, not too much, and the size again not too much. We're going to put a colour overlay on it, and we're going to change the colour to white so that we can get a nice metallic effect on it. Then we're going to put a outer glow on it, wherever that is. There it is. And we are going to, oh, not that one. We're going to, oh, here's white already, so that's all good. Just bring, if your opacity probably will be 100, so just bring it down to about 30. That'll do. And then we just want to get, see what an inner shadow looks like. Yeah, there we go. Inner shadow looks quite good. Everything can stay sort of default at the moment. We can play around with things in a minute. But if you go back to your bevel emboss and go to highlight mode and just change them both to normal for the minute, and then you can play around with the angles of it. So you see there, see that's already looking quite sort of metallic, but we want to give it a bit more depth. So what I usually do is you go to the gloss contour. If you pick these two sort of like points here, it looks really cool. It looks like a sort of metal rim. So if you change, you can play around with where you want it, sort of thing. I'm happy with that. That looks good. So we're gonna get off of that right now. Sorry. And then we're pretty much done. We just want to get this, and we want to put a bit of an inner shadow on that, I believe. And that'll look pretty good. So we just increase the size just a little bit, so that there's like quite a nice sort of rim on it. Now you'll notice as I'm doing this that it's going to be, nothing's ever the same. You can do one thing one way, and then it's all numbers at the end of the day, but nothing ever comes out the same. But this is the rough idea, and it's looking pretty good at the moment, so we're going to go with that. We got a bit more of a thinner like rim on this one than here, if you see that. I think it looks better, to be honest, but that's always up to you. All you got to do is change the size of your inner circle, so you can just take it down wherever you want. I'm just going to leave mine as it is because I think it looks pretty good. Now what we want to do is put the Twitter logo in. Now obviously there's many, you can use the bird or you can use the T. I'm going to use the bird again, so I'm going to open it up. I don't know where I saved it. Images, Twitter, logo white. There we go. Right, so I've got a PNG image. Always work with PNG images, especially if it's like logos and stuff. It's just easier and makes things a lot more fluent, and they're usually a much better quality image. Obviously, if you have the ability to, you can make your own icons as well. Now you want it to look like it's not supposed to fit in there, sort of thing. So you want to keep some outside of the circle. So what I'll do to solve, obviously you want to get rid of these bits. What you do to solve that is you just control click on your inner circle, and then Control Shift I, making sure you've rasterized converted smart object, rasterize layer for the bird, and just delete, and Control D to deselect, and there you go, you've got your icon in there, and it looks like it's supposed to be sitting inside of it rather than sized up in there, so it looks like it's part of the globe as such. So now all we got left to do is some reflections. Now there's loads of ways of doing this, and I've found, especially with the white logos, that sometimes the reflections don't come out as well. As you can see, these here are just ellipse tools, which they work really well with more black icons, but not so much with the white. But I'm going to show you how to do it anyway. So you just want to get your ellipsis tool and make sure it's white, no outline, and just make a shape. It doesn't matter, you don't have to shift click, it doesn't really matter. Sort of that sort of size, and then move it to the top and create a layer mask down here, add layer mask, and then you just want to get your gradient tool and make sure it's on black to white. Okay, shift click and drag, and there you go. You can lower the opacity a bit because that's a bit too much, and then just get another ellipsis, make it slightly bigger than the last one, and do the same thing. So layer mask, gradient overlay, gradient tool, shift click, and there you go, and then just lower the opacity. Obviously because it's a white icon it's not so great, but what we're going to do about that is we're going to get that, we're going to double click on the tab, and we're going to put an inner shadow on it, a drop shadow, and an outer glow. No, not an outer glow, an inner glow, sorry. Just to give it a bit of depth, so you know it's there, sort of thing. And then you can add more reflections. You can add them bigger if you like. It does work a lot better when there's a black icon, as I said. And then just get your brush tool. And if you select this one here, this brush, so it's sort of like a faint brush, and just set your size to 600 if you're using this size canvas. Obviously different sizes for different size canvases, and then just create a new layer, just name it reflections or whatever, and literally just make sure your colour is white, not black, and just and then it gives it a bit of a glint. So there you have it, there's your Twitter icon. Obviously, as I said, I've got many, I will open them up all for you, so you can see. So we got Facebook logo, Google Plus logo, Instagram logo, and the Twitter logo. So we open up all of them. These are the ones obviously I did yesterday. Most of these are probably better than the one I've just done. Obviously I've rushed the other one, but it's fairly good, and you can work it out for yourself. Nothing is ever suited for one person, sort of thing, so you have to mess around with things yourself. But yeah, there you have it. It's a real simple design, but it makes it look so much more professional than just having a pre-made icon that you can find on Google Images. Obviously the bird we did find on Google Images, but we've incorporated it into our own design. So yeah, I hope you have fun with that one, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, and obviously I am new to this channel, so don't forget to subscribe. If you check in my channel box, there is my actual my main channel, which I've been doing for 5 years. Well, not that channel, but I've been doing gaming videos for about 5 years now, and I've just branched off into this graphics area. So if you want to check out my videos of Minecraft and stuff like that, don't be afraid, just click that link there, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.